Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Aida Nurkamilah, and this video is the final test project of listening comprehension. Okay, start from part 1. Complete this passage using the correct words. Morning, everyone. Quiet, please. Right. Okay. So today I'm going to give you some advice to help you prepare for the exam next week. So make some notes as I'm talking, please. Everybody ready? Now, while you study, eat food that gives you energy. Don't be tempted to eat sweets or drink cola. Sugar won't help you study, but fruit and cereals will. Apples actually are especially good. Find a comfortable place with plenty of light when you study, but not too comfortable or you will fall asleep. Try and keep a positive mind. It is easier to study when you are positive and relaxed. Now, if you start feeling anxious, have a little break. Go out for a stroll around the block. Don't try to learn everything. There isn't time. Just choose the important things. The things will get you the most points in the exam. And if you unsure about this, ask me. First, learn the main ideas. And don't worry too much the details. If you have time, you can come back later and read the details. Make notes of these key points, and read them, then cover them up and try to remember all the points. Now, it might be boring, but repetition helps you to remember. Use past exam papers to study. They will help you understand what kind of question come up. There are plenty of past exam papers in the library. You can photocopy them and take them home. Take regular breaks while you are studying. A 5 minute break every half hour is usually enough. Get some fresh air and stretch your arms and legs. Drink a glass of water. It's important to keep hydrated. And last but not least, good luck. I'm sure you will all do your best. Okay. Next, part 2. Complete the script using the correct word. Hey, I'm reading. Hey, I'm reading this really interesting article about the human body. Yeah? Well, we know all about that from biology lesson. No, we didn't learn much at all at school. They are discovering loads more things all the time. Really amazing things. Did you know that only 1% of the cells in your body are really you? The rest are bacteria. What? I'm not really me. No, of course you are you, but you also have millions or trillions of bacteria in you. Ooh, no, they are mostly really helpful. Someone did an experiment to see if animals can live without bacteria, and he found that a lot of them died or had to have a special diet. Animals need bacteria to digest food, you see, so we are better off with bacteria. Unless the bacteria are bad, unless they are bad, but they are nearly all good. Oh yeah. And going back to cells, you know how many cells you have in your body? Quite a lot, I'd say. A good few. Yeah, but how many? I don't know. I'm not mathematical. 7 octillion, that's 7 plus 27 now. I knew it was a lot. Okay, that's an amazingly huge number. Almost impossible to imagine. But the really weird thing is that most of the atoms are empty space, just air or nothingness. And if you took out the empty space, you can fit your body inside a tiny cube which measures 1/500 out of a centimeter on either side. That's a box measuring 0.002 of a centimeter on each side. You'd be much too small to see. I can't imagine that. It sounds like something that will happen in really bad Hollywood movie. You know, a mad scientist goes, I'm going to extract all the air from your body. Okay, enough facts for one day. Don't go. One last thing, did you know? No. Did you know what you probably have mites in your eyelash? Mites in my eyelash? What are mites exactly anyway? Yeah, they are very small creatures like insects, only not insects. They are about a third of millimeter long, so you cannot really see them. These particular mites live in eyelashes and eyebrows. But in mine, well, maybe not. Only about 50, 50% of people have them and more other people. So you might not have any. Anyway, they are completely harmless. They just eat that skin. Yeah, right, harmless. I really would have preferred not to know that. Sorry, I mean really. Okay, the last one, part 3. Complete this message using the correct words. The Lily sisters, once upon a time, they were three little girls dressed in green who lived together in a beautiful palace which was owned by a great king. Such a beautiful palace as it was. The ceilings were made of turquoise and opal, and so velvety green carpets covered the floors. Many other children lived with this little sister, and they had such a kind nurse called Dame Nature, who taught them how to do their work well. For everybody had some work to do for the great king. Surely no one could be unhappy in such a wonderful home, and yet I am sorry to say, one of the little sisters was always discontented. She knew, for their nature had taught her, that someday the great king would come to see who had done loving work for him and will give the good lilies beautiful white robes and golden crowns. But she was not willing to wait until the king was ready and saw fit to do it. When the sunbeam children came to play, she would hang down her head and sulk, and after a while they would leave her alone and play with her sisters. When Professor Rain's school was out and the jolly little raindrops coaxed her to play with them, she would say crossly, "You are too rough! Let me alone!" And they would go and uh, play with the little sisters as the sunbeams had done, for everybody loved the two good little lily sisters, who were sorry to see how naughty the other lily was. But they tried to do their best to help her and kept on growing. One day, the great king, who had seen how well they tried to do, thought they deserved their robes and crowns, so he sent the sunbeams dancing away to awaken inhabitants of the palace from the crowning. Away they went, peeping through the curtains and flying into the windows of the palace and waking all the children with kisses. Then they took off the then they took off the old green dresses of the sisters and put pure white robes on them and gave them crowns of pure gold. The other little sister wished then that she had tried to do right, and drooped until she faded away. Madam Wina, oh, Madam Wind, I mean, Madam Wind and the bird family gave a grand concert in Maple Tree Park. Everything was full of gladness, and the Lily sisters held a reception all day, and many people come to congratulate them upon being crowned. Among their visitors was wee Ruth, who kissed them and took them to a little sick friend. He smiled as she pressed them into his hands, saying, "Take them, please, for Easter," and in her sweet child language, she told the story of Easter and the wonderful work the great king's son did for the people of beautiful palace. The end. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Uh, that's all for me. I'm so sorry by a mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.